Hello there everybody, continuing with my series, A Photographic Journey through London, and this is 1993. You've got an Airbus there, just leaving Euston Station. This is going to be a little bit of a lengthy video, I think, because there's around 70 photos, and I've had to thin those down from around 300. Golders Green now for Armchair, one of their Leyland Olympians, on the route 260 to Shepherd's Bush. And another Armchair bus here, this time in Kingston on the 65. You'll probably find that the photos are kind of in alphabetical order because that's how the files were named. We had Atlas bus in the earlier mid-90s. This time in Wood Green on route 112, there's a Leyland Lynx. Staying with Atlas bus, we're now in Edgware. Leyland Olympian, Northern Counties body, departing on route 107, bound for Queensbury Station. This is Burnt Oak, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. A Scania in the BTS fleet on the 292 route. BTS stood for Borehamwood Travel Services. And another bus in their fleet on the 114, Northern Counties bodied Leyland Olympian, heading for Ruislip Station. A few from Capital City bus now. A nighttime shot in Wood Green on Wood Green High Road, and a Leyland Olympian there. Fleet number 141 on the 123. And sticking with the 123, we're now at Tottenham Hale. And fleet number 142, of course, another Leyland Olympian. A nice bright livery, this one. Moving on to Chingford, Northern Counties bodied Dennis Dominator. Fleet number 265 on route 97, bound for Leighton. On to Walthamstow now, another Northern Counties bodied Dennis Dominator, fleet number 268, also on the 97, bound for Leighton. Sticking with Walthamstow, a second-hand Metrobus, fleet number 113 on the 97A to Whipps Cross. I hope this video is not too long-winded for you. As I say, there are 70-odd photos, but it's good to look back. We're here in Uxbridge now, and you've got Leyland National here on the 607 Express. Sticking with Uxbridge, another Leyland National. These were quite smart, I did like these actually. And this is also on the 607 to Shepherd's Bush Green. Staying with Uxbridge for a Metrobus. On route 222 to West Drayton Station, this is Metro 338. Moving on to Tower Hill, RML 2272 on the 15 to Paddington. Same location, Tower Hill again. One of those Scanias on the Docklands Express, route D1, and that's Scania 26. And a Northern Counties bodied Scania in the East London fleet on the Docklands Express, route D11. And I'm guessing that's fleet number S38. Moving on now for some Leyland Titans with East London. This is at Highbury Corner on route 277, and that'll be T268. Upper Street in Islington with the Blossom out in the background there, and that's T579 on the 30, bound for Marble Arch. Coming back to Walthamstow now, East London's T588 on the 48 through to London Bridge. And sticking with Walthamstow, another shot of a Titan, this time on the 69. And that's T590, bound for North Woolwich. Islington Upper Street again. And this will be T699 on the 30 for Hackney Wick. Grey Green, of course, were prominent in the early 90s. Volvo City Bus, I believe, fleet number 135 on the 24 to Pimlico. And a second-hand Metrobus on the 125, bound to Finchley Central Station. And the location for that, I believe, is North Finchley. Back to Wood Green for another Metrobus, fleet number 454. In the early part of its journey on Route 141 to Moorgate. Back to Euston. Fleet number 120 on Route 168 to Hampstead Heath. A Volvo City Bus with Alexander bodywork. I believe these were Atlanteans. Second hand, of course, fleet number 496. This is in Chingford on the 179 to Barking. Back to Euston now. This is Leaside buses, Leyland Olympian. Can't see the fleet number, but I'm guessing it's L335. This is Waterfall Road on the edge of Southgate and Arnos Grove there. And a little Plaxton-bodied Dennis Dart on the 84A to Turnpike Lane. Wood Green now, Leaside Buses Metrobus, fleet number M762, midway through its journey on the 144A. Climbing up past Alexandra Palace, Metrobus 567 in the Leaside fleet, route number W3 to Northumberland Park Station. I appreciate you can see most of this information yourself in the photos, but I think a bit of commentary does help. Climbing up into Crouch End now, or just the hill approaching Crouch End, that's Metro 614. Actually, coming out of Crouch End, looking at it, you've got Alexandra Palace in the background there. Moving on to Chase Side in Enfield, Leaside Buses Metro 630 on the 191. To what was then called Lower Edmonton Station, we now know it as Edmonton Green. Back to Alexandra Palace, Metro 638 on the W3, climbing up to the Palace, having come from Wood Green and going towards Finsbury Park. I think this is Finsbury Park, and it's Metro 781 on the 106 to Mile End Gate. Back to Wood Green, Metro 939 on the 29, a lengthy journey into central London. And Alexandra Palace again now, with the palace clearly visible there on the left. Lovely views across London to your right. Metro 1332 on the W3. Now, I never did like these very ugly things. As a Volvo, I think that's East Lancs bodywork on the 85 to Putney Bridge. Location is Kingston. And that presumably is a Leyland Olympian on the 57 to Streatham Hill. Location is also Kingston. Alongside Putney Heath there somewhere, I believe, just down from the Green Man. Another Volvo on the 85 heading to Kingston. Most weird looking things, those, I'm telling you. Even these, I mean, these are road-bodied Olympians as far as I'm aware. London and Country is the operator. Route 57 to Streatham Hill. Location, of course, is Kingston once again. Sticking with Kingston. Another Olympian just dropping off passengers, as they did in those days, swing in and drop them in the middle of nowhere. Trafalgar Square, when you could go all the way round the square. This is the top end of the square, which is now pedestrianised and blocked off. A couple of Leyland Olympians there on the 53. Optare Spectra. What's the fleet number here? S23, possibly? Route 3 going to Crystal Palace in the London General Fleet. Back to Islington Upper Street, Route 19. And you've got an RM there on the 19th of Finchley Park Station. Registration number WLT648. I'm not going to guess the RM number because they're all out of sequence with the registration numbers, aren't they? Free and Barnet Lane, between Whetstone and Free and Barnet. Metro 145 in the London Northern Fleet on the 234 to Archway Station. And on the stand at Muswell Hill Broadway, Metro 579. Finchley garage codes, as Muswell Hill Garage had closed 3 years previously, on the 134. I'm not sure of the location of this. I'm sure somebody will know, but Route 4 bound for Waterloo, Metro 989 in the London Northern Fleet. We're back to Chaseside in Enfield. From Metro 1325 on the 231, in the days when the 231 ran from Carterhatch Lane all the way through the Turnpike, and back to Golders Green now. RML 2627 on the 13 through to Aldwych. One of Potters Bar's based Scanias. The first numerically, this is S1, opposite the bus garage in Potters Bar on the 263 to Archway. Lovely buses to drive these were. Alexander's Bodywork, S2 there. This is in North Finchley, again on the 263. I used to try and get these on the 217 and 231 routes on a late turn when they become spare after running in after the day on there. Here we've got Scania 4, again North Finchley. I see vehicles parking on bus stops was common back then, just as it is now. The X43, the Red Express Limited Stop Service. Scania 13, bound for North Finchley. Location, Coneyhatch Lane in Muswell Hill. On the Holloway Road, bound for London Bridge. S15, also on the Red Express X43. Islington Upper Street, Scania 19. In these days operated from Holloway Garage. It was later to transfer to Potters Bar. In Muswell Hill, we've got Titan 524 on the 134 to Tottenham Court Road. Back up to North Finchley now. Titan 727, just pulling off the bus station there, the old bus station at Tally-Ho Corner. London Northern Fleet and Finchley Garage codes. Back to Potters Bar Garage now. Volvo Ailsa V1 inside the garage. Generally these were restricted by now to the W8 route. It's rare to get them on anything else. You might got one on the 234. Returning to Kingston, London United's Metro 920. Route 281 to Tolworth Broadway. Still in Kingston, Metro 839. Route 71 to Chessington. That's a place I've never been to. Might be worth a trip out there one day. Back up to Burnt Oak and an early Metroline fleet name there. Another Metrobus. Route 302 to Willesden Bus Garage. Trafalgar Square, the location again. Heading to Croydon on Route 109 is Titan 287. And we're going to finish up at Kingston with a selection of photos in the Westlink fleet. Titan 872 on the 131 through to Wimbledon. That's a bus I drove out of Muswell Hill Bus Garage. And a little right handy bus Dennis Dart here in Kingston on the 371 DWL3. A DAF now on route 110 to Cranford, also in Kingston. Registration number G932MYG. Another right handy bus Dennis Dart, again dumping the passengers in the middle of nowhere in Kingston on route 371. Note the Irish registration plates. Titan 903 pulling off the bus stop there at Kingston on the 131. And the final photo here in this video, Titan 922, fairly sure I have this at Muswell Hill as well, in Kingston on the 131 to West Moseley. Hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I'll be back with another one very soon.